What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be reviewing this item here. This is a Joby GripTight mount. More specifically, this is the GripTight mount with the micro stand. Joby is the company that I guess more people will probably know them as the makers of the GorillaPod, which is the tripod with the flexible legs that I have one over here. These are pretty popular, and recently, I think in the past year or so, they came out with this little device, which I got a few weeks ago, and it's been working out really well for me. I think it's actually kind of hilarious because I recently bought a new camera, and I'm actually using the camera to film this video now for something that I used to use to film videos for in the past. What the GripTight is mainly a universal cell phone mount with a tripod connector. As you can see here, I have my cell phone here, and what you do with this tripod mount is it grips onto the phone like so, and it allows you to film whatever videos. Oh, not set properly. There you go. Which is great because, as someone who has been on YouTube for quite a while, and for people who do YouTube videos in general, cell phone cameras have advanced quite a bit in the past 2 to 3 years, and it's made filming high quality videos possible, whereas in the past you used to really need to have either a dedicated high quality camcorder or even professional recording devices in order to actually film good video. But now, obviously this camera is a Galaxy S2. It's a little outdated, but several of my previous videos, obviously most of my videos of me filming have been with this cell phone camera, just because this cell phone filmed better videos than my old camera, like my old point and shoot. Here I have a Canon PowerShot SD 1400 IS, which wasn't the best for video because it only filmed in 720p, and it had a maximum buffer of around 10 minutes, I think. So, it had that restriction that made it not so great for filming videos, especially for me because, my videos tend to I tend to ramble on in my videos, and they kind of lean towards the long end of things. The camera I'm filming on right now, that I'm kind of using this video as a test video for, is a Panasonic Lumix LX7. So yeah, this is, oh, you can see the camera right there in the reflection? No, not quite. There we go. So yeah, this tripod mount has worked out pretty well. This is actually 2 parts. You can get this in several different configurations. You can buy just the GripTight mount, which is really nice because it actually folds down to a very flat package, and then obviously when you need it, you flip it up. It's spring-loaded with 2 steel charging rods here, and it clamps onto your cell phone relatively well. It can hold quite a large variety of phones. Easily it holds the iPhones. It can even fit a Galaxy S4. Obviously, I don't have a Galaxy S4, but I did try it with my friend's S4, and even with a thin case, it won't fit like an OtterBox case or anything, but with one of the thinner TPU cases, it'll fit an S4 just fine. It's probably not going to fit phones any larger than that, so the hybrid tablet phones will not fit in this. But I think for what most people have, it'll fit just fine. Previously, what I was using was this. This is a K-Star mount that I did a video on when I got it several months ago, and it's been working out okay. I did have some complaints about it. Most noticeably, I'm pretty sure I had mentioned over here was like a rubber tab here that you pulled on to extend the mount to clamp onto your phone, and I'm pretty sure I said that was like the weak point of this mount, and obviously that was true because that rubber piece broke off. I mean, it lasted a lot longer than I expected, but without that rubber piece, it actually makes getting phones in and out of this mount quite difficult. The springs in the K-Star mount feel a lot tighter than the Joby mount, and like when you put your phone in, it actually takes a lot of work, and it feels like it grips on very securely, but at the same time, it probably grips on a little more securely than is really necessary. And the cost of this K-Star mount is basically the same as this Joby mount. So in all honesty, I do prefer the Joby mount. I haven't used it for that long of a period of time. Like I said, only a few weeks. Looking in reviews, people have complained that the 2 bottom legs have broken. if they've used it on like very wide phones for an extended period of time. But honestly, I don't think that your average person will be taking their phone in and out of this that often, so I'm pretty sure it'll last quite a while. And you know, from what I've read from reviews, Joby's customer service is really good, and they will send you a new one if the device is still covered under warranty. This over here, I bought these as a bundle. This is their micro stand. It's a very simple tripod with 3 folding legs, and it just, you know, it does have a ball head here, and I believe this has a 30-degree range of motion, which works out for you know, whatever video or pictures you want to take if you have a flat surface to put it on, but obviously you need to have it set at the correct height, and then if you're at the general correct height, then you can still angle it slightly to get your shot framed a lot better. Obviously it's not as versatile as like a GorillaPod, because the GorillaPod also has height, but at the same time, because it has that height, it's also not as easy to carry around. So this setup is what I've been carrying around. The micro stand is threaded with the male end for 1/4 inch by 20 threads, and obviously the tripod mount itself, the GripTight, is threaded on the female end for 1/4 inch by 20. So it'll fit basically your standard tripods and, you know, your point and shoot cameras, your 4/3. I think some DSLRs you'll probably need an adapter. It's like a 1/2 inch wide threading, but I don't know because I don't have one. The nice thing about why I got this package was the price. The price for this total package with the micro stand and with the mount was $20 from Amazon. You could buy the GripTight mount itself for $15, but I figured for an additional $5 it was worth having the modularity of having this smaller tripod stand. And in all honesty, I've carried this smaller micro stand more than I have my GorillaPod, just because, you know, this folded up, and then, you know, you could rotate it to basically this nice small package with there's actually a keychain loop there, and you can put it on your keys, or like I do, I just drop it in my pocket. It's a lot smaller than carrying around either like a mini tripod even. Actually, I think I have one handy here. I have like a junk drawer to the side here with a lot of crap in it. Oh, there we go. You know, in the past I've used like these like mini tripods with a 1/4 inch by 20 threading on there, and you can mount a small point and shoot camera on. Obviously this Joby setup, you know, even with the cell phone mount, is a smaller package than this mini tripod. And with this mini tripod, if you want to use your phone to record with, you still need to get a cell phone mount to go with it. So overall it's a nice package. I think Joby sells this in 3 different ways. They sell it with the GripTight as itself, with the micro stand itself, and also bundled together with a standard GorillaPod. Now the GorillaPod I have here is a little heavier duty. This is their hybrid version, which is made for heavier point and shoots as well as 4/3. I think if you have the standard GorillaPod, it'll only really support camera phones and smaller point and shoots. Like, I think the joints aren't as stable for heavier cameras. Definitely not for DSLRs. With the GorillaPod for DSLRs, they do make one specific for DSLRs, and bigger and heavier and bulkier, but that's to support the several pounds of weight that you're going to be putting on top of it in terms of a DSLR camera. But this isn't about the GorillaPod, so you can also buy the micro stand itself, I think on Amazon, for around $12. So it's obviously cheaper to buy from Amazon as the entire package versus buying the 2 separate individual components. And I mean, right now it's my favorite cell phone tripod mount. It's great because it's pretty universal. You know, there are other companies that make other tripod mounts for phones, but you're basically limited to certain models. Like, I know they make one for iPhones, and even then, like, if a new phone comes out, you'll basically have to change the mount because the phone size will be different. With something universal like this, you know, I'm going to be upgrading my phone soon to an S4. I won't have to worry about getting a different mount for it. And in all honesty, with Android phones, there aren't really as many accessories. One of the negatives, I suppose, with Android phones versus Apple phones, there aren't really that many accessories made for it, and I don't really think there are any dedicated tripod mounts made for like the Galaxy S series, but I could be wrong. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful. Definitely, if you are into video making, or even if you are into photography and you do a lot of photo taking with your phone and you don't really necessarily want to carry around a dedicated camera, this is something to look into and probably buy, just because it'll be very helpful. One of the things about me is that I also have very unsteady hands. My hands shake a lot, as a lot of people complain from my Zippo videos. And for me, taking pictures with point and shoots and with like 4/3 cameras or DSLRs, it's not so bad because I can actually like brace the camera against my body better, and there is better image stabilization. But with stuff like camera phones, the IS isn't that great, and it's much more difficult to brace just because it's like a smaller, thinner object. So a lot of my photos with my phone tend to be a little bit blurry if the lighting isn't ideal, just because of that shake. So something to consider. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully the video isn't completely screwed up, since, like I said, this is my first time filming with this camera. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but hopefully it turned out well. And hope you guys, yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.